good? It's your boy Bobby.
And Carissa.
Coming at you guys with another video reaction. I guess this one should be a little bit more serious because of what this dude has done to the people of Florida, of this Florida high school down, which is some pretty terrible stuff. But we're going to get to that. Basically today, not today, maybe a few days ago, but this is when we're reacting to it. This is his court hearing that was held, so let's see what the judge ruled out for him. Can this be turned up a little more? This is kind of low. I can't hear shit that they're saying.
While in the Broward County Jail.
Wow, somebody just got common sense.
I don't believe that the state has suffered any prejudice by these matters being kept confidential, and I am going to leave everything the way it is, with the caveat that in the future, going forward, all matters in this case are going to be heard by this court, and if there is a motion to keep something confidential, the motion, at the very least, is going to be heard by this court in the presence of all of the lawyers and the defendants. Does anyone have any questions?
Judge, are you keeping those orders under seal?
An order has already been entered. Again, I believe I made it clear on Friday that I didn't feel it should be confidential, and I said it for today. But what's done is done. Again, it deals solely with the public defender's access or the defense's access to their own client's person, which had the state been noticed, I don't think the state would have had any objection or any standing to object to them accessing their own client. And because the issue is still very limited, as far as I can tell, I'm going to leave it the way it is. And just again, I have a copy of the administrative order for each of you, so that you know in the future the matters are going to be heard by this court in Division FJ.
Judge, the only issue is that the state, pursuant to the case law as well as the rules, believe that whatever motions were filed by the defense should be accessible to both the state and to all parties as part of a court proceeding. I have found some case law that's directly on point that the defense is not entitled to conduct any type of discovery in secret. They did make a request, which was granted at magistrate court, to have access to their client for purposes of photographing him. The magistrate judge had no problem, but it is the state's position that whatever the court is in possession of as way as motions should be unsealed. Now, if you want the state to file a written motion unsealing it, we can certainly do that, but we are prepared today to argue why it should not be under seal.
I don't disagree with you. However, I just feel that because an order has already been issued by this court, meaning a judge in the 17th Circuit, that and because, like I said, it's a very limited issue. I believe the defense was entitled to what they were asking for, and this court has already ordered that the motions and the order be sealed. I'm going to just leave it the way it is.
Okay, we'll try to
All right.
Thank you.
Nothing at this time. All right, thank you. Sure, thank you.
is that I guess he's going up to a higher district because I guess she couldn't figure out a decision just to make, so she sent another court order for something else. But I feel like this is always the problem with a lot of things. That always has to get to probably the highest level because whoever's there just doesn't have the emotional. I think, you know what, it may even go up to the Supreme Court, probably, maybe. It might. But I don't really know what's gonna. I think he's gonna be held in jail up until a certain point. I didn't really hear much of what was said because the audio was just so crappy there. But we'll send the link in the description for you guys to check it out for yourselves on your personal time. But I think in this case, you just have to check online to get more information. But as of what I've heard, it's just somebody else is gonna be judging this case in its entirety because I think the judge was like, I know that it's this, but at the same time, there are other factors to consider. And I guess she's just like, okay, this is not, I can't just decide this, like, she's just send it up. So I guess we see what happens further. But just in the case of, let's just speak about this particular person now. What happened? A terrible thing. You know, a place like a school is supposed to be a place where, you know, a kid's supposed to have a sense of security. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily a second home, but it's like, you know, your teachers, you're gonna, throughout a big chunk of our life, we're in school, or you're supposed to be in school.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So that's supposed to, like, teachers for a big fraction of your life. It's like they're your parents, you know what I'm saying? Even though you switch every year, you may have something new, but they're taking a role that, you know, your parents can do at home.
Yeah.
That, like, you can do as, have stay-at-home kid or whatever, or in-home schooling, which it's pros and cons to that. But it's just best a kid goes to school because there's just skills that a person just can't live without, and social interactions that you can't even, a computer can't simulate. Real life is real life. So you can't hide people from anything. So people you can't be afraid of going to school. And at the same time, you never know when it's your time, you know, and it's just sad that those kids have to, you know, and the teachers or maybe have been a few teachers that died. Maybe I think it was like one or two. There was I think it was a math teacher that was protecting his students, and he died. And math is my favorite subject, so darn, you know. So
respect for him, because for you to actually go out your way and like try to save people, you know, risk your own life.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, with this kid, there was if you watch, I didn't want to react to the NRA thing that they had, where they had the kids there and they was questioning her. You guys can check that on your own time. You know, just look at NRA Florida shooting. Trust me, it's gonna come up with the kids and everything. It's gonna come up. It's gonna pop up. You'll see it, and it's like an hour long, or maybe longer than that, maybe 2 hours longer. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, the government. Before, I think I'm just jumping right now. Let me start with the kid. The kid, there was already things in place where I think even the parents reported to the police that this kid was threatening to harm even them, and the school was already, the kids in the school was already putting out there, all right, that this kid is dangerous, and I think the school said they was doing. I think he did get kicked out, right? That was the thing. He got kicked out, and then he came back and he shot up the place.
Yeah.
So like that's what happened, but he had a whole lot of violent behavior that was already issued out there to the police, and the police took no action.
Yeah, and then I heard he sent out like texts to like students
that he said
that he's gonna kill people in the school.
Yeah, so he already put this out there, and the police didn't do anything. You know what? I'm not even gonna say what I was about to say because I'm not trying to make this a racial thing because it's not. It's not. This is something that's a sensitive topic and it's not really about your creed or your color. But I guarantee you, if this was a black dude and his mother, his parents, let alone his parents, don't worry about the school, let alone the parents, said he had violent behavior where he either threatened to harm others with weapons, that black dude wouldn't have seen his house the next 2 days. He would have been in juvenile detention, whatever the hell. He wouldn't have been in that home, I'm guarantee you. So like they let him stay there knowing the violent behavior. But like I think in that case, like it's still eerie. I guess they didn't suspect anything to happen. But like you gotta take action. And you'll see when you watch, if you guys go and check out the NRA thing, the representative for the Florida State Police there couldn't even answer that question. He was like, you guys, the representative of the NRA was like, this information was already presented. And you guys did nothing about it. But you're talking about gun laws. Okay, let's talk about guns. When I was in middle school, I remember there was a kid that came with a bullet. And he showed me a bullet of a rifle. It was like this big.
No.
So like, and he was like, yo, I got you. You know what I'm saying? Nobody, somebody mess with I got you. I'm like, all right. You know, I'm like, how you gonna do that? I'm just telling him like, yo, that thing taking off a person's head off. Like, that's nothing to play with. But anyway, what I'm trying to say to you is, it don't matter. People really think laws matter. Like, people don't break these laws. I think the stupidest thing about acquiring a rifle is that you can acquire one at 18, but then a handgun is you only could get that at 21. Yeah. So like you can get a set. People are retarded. Excuse me. I'll take that before I say that. People are stupid. Okay, people are very stupid. Okay, if anything, both are weapons that can harm and kill somebody. Both of them could be 21 years and older. But if anything, you make a handgun at 18, you know what I'm saying? Because that is still lethal, but not as lethal as a rifle. Okay? And that's something that they can acquire, but that's not my argument. I don't think he even bought the gun. There's ways of getting guns without getting it legally. Trust me. Yeah. There's more guns in America than there are people. There's enough of it to go around, and you just gotta go to the right place, and people know where to go. You ask enough, you're gonna get the results. You don't need to get it legally. You know what I'm saying? You must get it. You should get it legally. But like, I'm sure he didn't. Changing these laws ain't gonna change nothing. Like, people still do crazy drugs, even though it's illegal. It's not like it's available on the shelves. Okay? Like, a lot of these things that they want to implement within the schools as far as enforcing, like, oh, bulletproof this, bulletproof that. We barely have money in the United States. We're in debt as it is. And we talking about, they already talking about reinforcing some border. And now you're talking about reinforcing schools. Everything that you really, in this case, you really can't be like you can't naive and can't, like, I don't know how you really make changes and things like this, you know? I think it's literally almost impossible. You're not gonna have every school in America with bulletproof this and that. Yeah. It's just not. We don't have the money to fund it, and it will be a good thing to do. But a lot of the money that's been used for taxes, that's being used for the government, is used for some selfish reason for a majority of the thing. Mm-hmm. You know, we spend we in a lot of debt because of the stupid wars and things we had in the past. We still in a foothold with those things. So, and then it looks like we may have that soon. Maybe not no time soon, but maybe eventually, because we just can't get along. And sorry for just going on so much, but this thing is very serious. you know, when you guys see the video when the NRA representative was on the stage with the kids of the high school, she was just being
Attacked.
She was just being attacked. You know what I'm saying? She's not the one who shot up the school. You know what I'm saying? We have a messed up government. They have too much things in place to take care of too much things, and that's why it takes so long. There's too much system this and system that. It can't just be done from here, from the middle and down. It has to be done from the bottom up, and that's the only way, because that's how it's going to stay. Because the Constitution is not going to change. You know, you have the right to bear arms. So the only thing people can do is increase the age. People are not going to reform the Constitution, because then they're going to have to change everything else if they do one thing. So, like, states have to maybe regulate or figure out how we're going to regulate certain things. Maybe stop how guns are being... Like, the bigger picture of it is figuring out how you regulate guns. But there's a lot of illegal things going on when it deals with guns. You see, all right, look at this. The person who's getting these guns and that's distributing this has a clean record. So when they get these guns off, they don't have no record. It's clean. Like, the person who's getting these guns is probably clean, and then it's gone, and then those people do whatever they do with it. There's a lot of illegal stuff going on. A lot of illegal things going on. And trust me, I'm sure there's a lot of U.S. police officers, I'm protecting the country people that are doing things too just to get extra money. I'm sure. Because it's just, United States is just one big gang. Where you think gangs in the street get it from? Learn certain things, certain tactics from. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. This is not something that is going to be able to be fixed in a year, in a few months. It's going to take a few decades. It's going to take a lot of time. But collectively, as a people, we got to come together, and not just in times of tragedy. Because if people really look at certain things in life, it's just, things are very sorrowful, things are very terrible, and that's just life. Sometimes it's going to be awesome, and the next day, your grandma might die. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and it's just like that. You know, every day is really not promised. And I'm not saying that all because everything is not promised doesn't give somebody a right to go shoot somebody. Mm-hmm. But when this could have been prevented. If this person, even with the parents, you could have done better. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
And it's like you didn't take the steps. Exactly.
So if something is wrong with your kids, take action. Do something. Put them in therapy. Make sure you homeschool them. You have to be a parent more than a friend. Have them in that house. You can't go nowhere.
I feel like the parents didn't even care. If they did care, they would have done more. But they didn't care, obviously. They just let the kid do what he wants, basically.
Yeah. I don't even want to let this video go any further, because this is about to be one of the longest videos that Sarah on his channel right now. But, it was good to talk about this, because I feel like this probably would have been a 2-part video, but all in one. Why not? So, yeah, we probably give another reaction to what's going to happen further down with this guy. So we'll keep you posted with that one. But thanks for stopping by and listening if you stayed up to this point.
Yes. You're a trooper.
And you're showing some real love.
Yeah.
So much appreciated. Everyone have a good week, good day, good everything. Yeah. Catch you guys in the next one.
Peace. Like, share, and subscribe, guys.
Subscribe.